Now first up, we have a back to face offset error taking place here. So here on the reverse of this $1 bill, you can see that, you know, it looks fairly normal, and it's because it is normal. But if we go here to the front of the bill, you can actually see where that error is taking place. So 50% of the bill has that back to face offset error. Very, very easy to spot this in circulation in your wallet or when you're getting change back at the store. Definitely never pass up these, because this $1 bill sold for over $100, as we see the design of the reverse there on the front of the bill. Now this bill, obviously very obvious. Now something like this you're probably not going to find hiding in your wallet, because it's a 1957 silver certificate. As you see, it's got the blue seal. That's because it's the silver certificate. And this is a type of error that is taking place at the end of a roll. And you see that red line going all the way through there, both on the front and back of the bill. So that is an error, and that will give the bill a lot of value. This dollar bill sold for over $1,300. $1,300. Now this one here is pretty obvious as well. It's a 1969 Federal Reserve note, a $1 bill. And this dollar bill here, you can see that it's faded out here. The ink's faded out. And what that is a board break error taking place. And this dollar bill sold for over $600 US. 600 bucks. Here we got a similar type of error. It's a defective paper stock and an insufficient inking error here on the face of the bill, on the front of this dollar bill. And we can see that the seals and the serial numbers are very clear and printed on there like they should be. However, the rest of the bill is not the way it's supposed to be. So this dollar bill here sold for over $1,900 because of that error. $1,900. All right, next up, this one's pretty cool. I really like this. Now here on the front, it looks like it's pretty much dirty and things like that. Looks like it's a little circulated, like it's been out there for a while. But here on the reverse, we can see that there's an additional inverted back printing here on the reverse of the bill. So you can clearly see that this $1 bill sold for over $700. 700 bucks. Moving on to another board break error taking place on a 1977 Federal Reserve note. Now this banknote here, you can clearly see the error. It's wiped out about most of the design of the bill there on the front, and this dollar bill sold for nearly $400. Now here's a really cool type of error. This is a paper jam error taking place on the 1977 $1 bill. And you can clearly see that there in the image displayed in the middle of the bill. So that's really cool. This dollar bill sold for over $900 US. 900 bucks. Now here, I've shown some of these in some of my rare dollar bill videos. So always, I'm saying always, I cannot stress it enough, check the serial numbers on your bills, because they're supposed to be matching. But if they're not matching, then that is where you're going to get a lot of value. Now this is a mismatched serial number. So here on the right side, you can see that it starts with 998, and then here on the left side, underneath the F, it starts with 988. So it's the 8 and 9 there on the second number is mismatched. So they're supposed to be the same exact numbers on both sides of the bill. This will make it worth a lot of money. Now this one here you could easily pass up, because there's a lot of 9s and 8s in there, and they kind of look the same from a distance. But this dollar bill from 1981 sold for over $360. That's a nice little profit there for finding a $1 bill in your pocket. Now here for this 1981 Federal Reserve note, we have a gutter fold error, and that's taking place here on the left side of the bill. You see where we're missing ink on that line there? That's because that bill was folded when the design was printed. So that is really cool. Always be on the lookout for gutter folds. There's a ton of different examples, which I've discussed and showed many other examples in my other currency videos, so definitely check those out. Now this bill here sold for a little over $65, so nothing too crazy, but still it's 65 bucks for a $1 bill. Now here, this is pretty obvious here as well. We're missing a print, and that is going to be the green seals and serial numbers here. And this is on a 1995 $1 bill, and this dollar bill sold for over $285. 285 bucks. Not too bad. Moving right along to a $100 bill. Now this is from 1996, and you can clearly see that the bill design has been misaligned. So that's what it is. It's a misalignment error taking place. We can see that the design is not fully centered on the bill as it should be. And then we see that here on the reverse that, you know, everything's intact and it looks great. But there on the front is where the error is taking place, and that's why this bill sold for over $300. So $300 for a $100 bill. Now here's another self-explanatory type of error. Pretty, you know, noticeable. If you're going through the money in your wallet, very, very noticeable type of error. You can actually see part of the front design here coming through the reverse. So this is pretty cool. Here on the front, looks totally normal. This $1 bill sold for over $1,400. $1,400. Now here's another bill. Here on the reverse looks totally normal, but here on the obverse, the front of the bill, this is the face of the bill. This is really, really interesting. This is on a 2003 $1 bill. And what that is going through there is sandpaper. So it's an obstructed printing error. Somehow during the printing of this bill, a strip of sandpaper was put down or somehow got in the way, and it was printed over. So you can actually see that the seal and part of the serial numbers was actually printed over the sandpaper, which is very interesting. And this $1 bill is super, super valuable. This dollar bill sold for over, I feel like I'm in New York, the sirens are going off. This dollar bill sold for over $8,000. $8,000. Alright, so here in 2004 we have another error, and you might not notice it if you're not really looking at it, but I guess it's pretty noticeable to me. It's a misalignment error. You can see that the seal and the serial number is not lined up, and we actually see part of the serial number here on the right side of the bill over there. So it's ED and D4, and then here on the left side you can see that the black seal and the serial number there is also misaligned. So this bill here, $20 bill, sold for over $400. 400 bucks, man, can't beat that. All right, now here's another interesting bill. This Federal Reserve note here has a gutter fold error taking place, as well as a misalignment and a back printing error. So you can see that here, the gutter fold is taking place really there. You can see it going through the serial number where it's been folded up there. Really interesting. You know, finding this in your wallet, probably not going to happen, but hey, you never know. You always got to look for the simple type of errors that people don't notice also. But this one is very, very noticeable and would get taken out of, you know, circulation very, very quickly. This $1 bill sold for over $900. $900, man. Next up, a $1 bill. It's got a fold over error taking place. Very easy to explain this. You can see it right there on the right side of the bill. There's no printing on it. It's a fold over error, and that's the result of the error. Now you can see that there on the back, of course, the front printing. And this dollar bill sold for over $190. Now this next bill here, obviously, you're not going to find something like this in your wallet probably. Now this is another paper jam error, and this is really cool. You can see how it's been folded down, you know, it's been jammed up and the printing is all crazy. I love this type of error. This is awesome. 1988 Federal Reserve note sold for over $1,200. 1,200 bucks. Alright, so check out these other dollar bills that you should always be on the lookout for. Here is a binary note. Alright, so we see here that it only has two numbers, 0 and 9, and the serial number. So very cool. Keep an eye out for those. This $1 bill, and you can see that it's not in the greatest shape. It was definitely a circulated bill. This dollar bill sold for a little over $90 on eBay. Moving on to another binary bill, and this one here only has two numbers as well, 6 and 8. You can also see that it starts with 6-8 and ends with 8-6. So very cool bill. This $20 bill, again, definitely a circulated bill. It's got all kinds of creases in it, but it did sell for over $65. So $45 more than its face value. Not too bad if you're just going through your wallet or getting bills from the bank and searching through them. Always look for these type of fancy serial numbers. Next up is a binary note again. Now this one here has 1s and 2s, and it is actually pretty cool because it goes 11 to 11 to 11. So it starts with 1-1, ends with 1-1. Very cool. Again, this one is not, you know, like a brand new crisp bill either. And this $20 bill sold for over $125 on eBay. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you on the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.